Hey everybody, we are back for another theory video of Ice Scream. Yeah, that's right. And I know it's kind of been a while, but I know there will be more theory videos coming very, very soon. So, this theory video is going to be about the town and some of the locations. And when I first kind of saw all the locations and kind of count them by, there's actually 12. Yeah, that's right. 12 locations in the games. So yeah, there is 12 locations in the town. So yeah, when you think about it, well, when I think about it, 12 locations, I mean, that's quite a lot. I mean, for a small town, I mean, not really though. 13 doesn't seem a lot. I meant 12, not 13. Well, even 13, I mean, counted by those numbers, I mean, they're sort of like big numbers, but they're not. So yeah, 12 locations, not 13. I mean, yeah, I really thought it was 13, because basically the 13th location would be the school, the nun's school. So yeah, it is kind of like 13 locations, because you got the school. So, yeah, the Eagle Junior High School. So yeah, basically, as I noticed from the 5th game, from the cutscene, Rod says, "Washington, my home." And that's actually a real song that he sings. So yeah, it takes place in Washington State. But it's not really the state. It's on the border side. Means it's Metaline Falls, Washington. Or it's Spokane. One of the two. So yeah, it could be one of those two locations because, well, as I noticed from the other game, Evil Nun the Broken Mask, I know it's a really good game, basically you can actually fly around the map, and you can actually go to the town, and the town looks really cool. But yeah, this is just a very weird theory video right now because explaining it is very awkward. I mean awkward. So this is a picture of the town out from the distance, because you can actually go on top of the roof of the school, the Eagle Junior High School, and you can actually look out of where the town is in. So yeah, all those lights from out from the distance is the town. And the details is so amazing. In this Evil Nun game, the details and the graphics just look, I don't know, they look very, very cool and kind of realistic. All the trees and the mountains, they make it just like Washington. I don't know, it's really amazing about games and game developers. When they make a game and they choose a country, they choose a real name for a location to take place what the story will take place into. I don't know, it's really awesome. So yeah, from this cutscene you can actually see that the nun, Sister Philippa, gives Rod a letter. And you can actually see what the letter says, because I actually took a photo of the letter and actually zoomed into it to see what the name says. And here it is. Here's what the letter says. So it says Rod's name, Rod Sullivan, that's his full name. And there is the name for the town, Metaline Falls, Washington. That is right. Metaline Falls is a real place, a real town. Like, I'm serious, a real town. And it's very awesome indeed. So yeah, it's pretty cool about Evil Nun the Broken Mask, how you can actually see the town out from the distance. Like all the trees and the mountains everywhere. But I don't know, it's very, very different from the Ice Scream games. Because, yeah, it's just really confusing, awkward, weird, and very suspicious. Like, I don't know if I would say suspicious, but I don't know, like, it's the town, but you don't see any of the locations that, you actually go in to save your friends. The circus, the camping, the stall, the cemetery, the cinema, cafeteria, metro station, the playground, even the frickin' neighborhood. I mean, it's so weird how, like, they didn't added all of those locations. But, yeah, it's just weird. Like, I just don't get it. Like, it would be cool if they just added all those locations in the town, and then we'll get an idea, like, well, there's the town, there it is, that's what it will look like. But even though I'm actually doing the town in Minecraft, it's gonna look just like it, because I'm doing the full map, and it's gonna look really great before it gets there soon. But yeah, I was always wondering too, like, for 12 locations in a small town, that means there have to be 12 roads to count that by. That means there's 12 roads for 12 locations. But even though it has 12 locations, that's not because it's not a big town. Because, to be honest, it's not. It's not a very big town. And I do kind of notice, like, when you go to the next location to the next, they're not even that freaking far away. I'm serious. They're not that far away. It's like when you get there, you're like, bam, you're there. You're freaking there. Like the cafeteria and the playground. It just feels like and seems like all the locations are very near to each other because the town is so small. So, yeah, it makes sense because, like, you're in the cafeteria and then you go to the next location and it's like, yeah, that means they're very, very close. Very close indeed and very near to each other. To location to location. So yeah, I did kind of notice when I noticed in the game, basically on their website thing or whatever it fucking is, I did notice how it said that the neighborhood is not that far away from the circus. And well, it's called a circus because it's a circus in the town. But it's actually like, you see all these buildings and it's like another neighborhood. Basically, it's people's homes. And that's actually what I spoken to the second theory video. But this is my third video now. So, yeah, that's what it said. The neighborhood is not that far away from the circus. So, Yeah, I'm right. For a small town, all of the locations, all 12 of them on the map, are not that far away. It just makes a lot of sense to understand that the town is actually pretty small. And this is what it looks like in the 6th game. So yeah, it's really weird to think, it's the town is there, even the freaking darn locations. But even though they're not seen here in this cutscene, that doesn't mean that they're actually there though. It is a very weird thing to explain about, because, yeah, it's so weird and strange. It's like, so weird to explain, because you're like, okay, here's the town, but where's all the fucking locations? And I'm like, you're thinking yourself in the back of your mind. They're not there, but they are there. It's hard to explain. They're there, but they're not there. It's weird, but they are there. It's just not the full frickin' map, as you can see. It's like cut off. It's a weird thing they can do that. But it would be frickin' darn cool if it was just the full map and it's not cut off like that. Like the roads. Even how the road is into the circus. How you don't see anything out there. Because, well, that's just how they do it in the games. That's just how they do the map. But when I think about it, I know all the locations are here in the town. They're just not seen. So yeah, just because they're not there doesn't mean that they are there. So yeah, what's very, very interesting is that there's actually a comment on the video of Evil Nun, the Broken Mask. And I'm going to read the comment to you because this would make a lot of sense. Like, I do have to agree to this theory. I mean, there's a lot of theories that could honestly be right. But yeah, I'm not going to really lie about it. So yeah, here we go. This comment says, but that is not the same town. The kids in Ice Scream or something near or live near Spokane, while Rod's factory is in Metaline Falls. Yeah, that's what that person said. He said, but it's not the same town. The kids in Ice Cream live near Spokane, while Rod's factory is in Metaline Falls? Yeah, this is a very, very interesting theory. And I do have to agree to this to my head because, well, I'm not gonna lie that this person is right. Like, he makes a pretty good point. Well, not just him, but everybody else's theories. A lot of theories do make a very good point. So, I'm not gonna really lie about this. I'm not gonna say this is actually not a wrong theory. Because it does make sense. And I did notice from the 8th game, because the 8th game is actually the last chapter. I know, I can't believe it. But as I noticed in the gameplay, not just in the cutscenes, but I did notice that Jay and his friends, they were actually talking to each other. So they were like talking and chatting about a bunch of things. So they would just chat the same questions and part of the locations in the factory. So, say like the ice cream truck, or Joseph Sullivan's house, and all of that. So yeah, one of the characters talk as Jay's friends. So Jay Brown actually spoken. Jay Brown actually said, "I think we're near a river." Well, it's not the one in Spokane. Maybe further north? Yeah, that's what he said. He was just thinking like, I think we're near a river, but it's not the one in Spokane. So yeah, that's what he says, and he also says, I hope we're not far away from home. So he just thinks that because he doesn't know how far away he is and his friends. Like, he doesn't know how far Rod took them away from home, their neighborhood. And yeah, it makes sense because there's another comment on the video that this person says he doesn't think it's actually the same town. I mean, I don't think it is either because, as I just mentioned earlier, we don't see all of the 12 locations. And we don't even see the factory either. We just see the factory in all of the ice cream games. Like, it's hard to say it's actually in the town too itself. But not really, maybe. I mean, that's just what I know, but yeah, it's just hard to say, like, what two towns does it take place? Is it Metaline Falls, or is it Spokane? Because that's what the character spoken. That's what Jay Brown said. Because he says, I think we're near a river. Well, it's not the one in Spokane. And it is true about Washington. Washington has a lot of frickin' damn rivers. So yeah, there's rivers in Spokane and rivers in Metaline Falls. And yes, Spokane is definitely further north. So, I don't know. Maybe their neighborhood isn't Spokane. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna agree that to my head, to that theory, but it could not. I mean, it could be, it could not. So I'm just gonna say, it's probably Metaline Falls. Because I just showed you that letter that Rod got from his house in that cutscene. The letter said Metaline Falls. So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to really think of to these theories. Because it could be two of those fucking towns. And if Rod's factory is pretty far away from Spokane, then that means he pretty much lives in Metaline Falls, not Spokane. 'Cause maybe, just maybe the kids live in Spokane, or somewhere near it. Because Jay says, I think we're near a river. But then, if it's not the one in Spokane, maybe it's the river in Metaline Falls. So, I don't know what to really say or agree to this, but yeah, this is the end of this theory video. So, yeah, you can tell what it looks like out from the distance right there. How it's the town. But it's hard to say exactly if it's the same town. Like, it's hard to say, like, is it Spokane? Is it Metaline Falls? Because both of these towns are in the border side of Washington. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say to my theory, in the end of this, I'm gonna say it takes place in Metaline Falls. That's my theory. I'm gonna say it takes place in Metaline Falls because we saw the picture of the letter. The letter said the name, Metaline Falls, Washington. So yeah, I don't know, but that's my theory. That is my opinion. So I'm not going to say anybody else's theories on one of the games. Ice Cream or Evil Nun. Or Evil Nun the Broken Mask. So, yeah, who knows? But to me, I'm going to say it's only going to take place in one town. Because there's 12 locations in it. And, the factory is probably not that far either to think about the locations and the neighborhood of where Jay and his friends live. So, I don't know. But he did set a river. So maybe it's not the one in Spokane. It's probably the one in Metaline Falls. Because there's a lot of rivers and waterfalls and mountains. And I have to just really agree to the graphics of this game. Because they make it just like it. And it's just beautiful. The mountains and the trees. It's like the graphics look kind of stunning. But it is very cool. Very, very awesome indeed. I really love the games. Even the Granny and the Slenderina games and the Slenderman games. So yeah, this is the end of this theory video. Yep, there's not much to say about the town, but yeah, that is all. Bye.